Assalamu alaikum, grade 10 computer science students. We will start now lesson number 9, and this lesson is about interrupts. Let's start. What is an interrupt? Interrupt is an English word. That means if you're doing something and something happens, so that is interrupt. Like you are studying hard for your exam and suddenly your friend is knocking at the door and telling you that you are required by the housemaster or something else. So that is interrupt. Or another example can be if the teacher is teaching to the class, someone knocks at the door and there is someone who is making an announcement that there will be no classes after the break. This announcement is interrupt. So let us discuss further. An interrupt is a signal received by the operating system. It informs the operating software that something or event has occurred. When the computer is doing its normal process, computer is doing something, so the operating system receives some signal, and this signal is telling this software that something happened, and this is called interrupt. So what is interrupt? It is a signal. From where the operating system gets this signal, we will discuss further. This signal may be generated by a hardware, maybe a keyboard, maybe a printer that is connected to computer. You are printing something and suddenly there is no paper and the printer, so the printer will send an interrupt and you will get a message on the screen that the printer is out of paper. So this interrupt is generated by the hardware. But in some cases the interrupt can be generated by the software or application program, and in that case it will be a software interrupt. Your computer is running a program but there is some problem, or there is something you need an urgent reply for it. You want to save a file but this file name exists, so already now this is an interrupt generated by the software or something else you received from the software, so it's a software interrupt. When the interrupt is detected, so what the operating system will do? The operating system will work out on the interrupt. It will deal with the interrupt. So it means when the interrupt is generated, the operating system will stop all its working and it will just interpret the interrupt. It means it will try to understand what is the requirement of that interrupt and how the operating system will deal with the interrupt. It is based on a priority. It means if the interrupt that is received have more priority than what the computer was doing before the interrupt, so it means the computer will stop everything and it will deal with the interrupt. As I told you before, the teacher is teaching the class, but suddenly there is knock on the door and there is an announcement that the teacher should stop the lesson and proceed to the ground because there is inter-house match or something like it. So in that case the interrupt is more important, and the teacher will stop teaching the lesson. But there can be an announcement that the school will be off after the break. It means the teacher can complete the lesson and the interrupt is not there to stop the lesson. So how the operating system deals with the interrupt? It has something that is called interrupt handler. It's a program that is called interrupt handler, and the interrupt handler job is to give priority to different interrupts. Maybe some interrupts have highest priority, so it means there cannot be any delay. Some interrupts may have a low priority, and what this interrupt handler will do, it will put it in a queue. Queue means a list, and this list will be executed according to the priority. A computer can run only one program at a time. Yes, computer can run only one program at a time, but when interrupt is received, computer stop doing work on this program and deals with the interrupt. But this delay is so fast that the user is not feeling any break, and the people or the user thinks that computer is doing many tasks at the same time, multiple tasks at the same time, and this concept is called multitasking. For example, you can listen to music, or you can work in word processing, or you can use the internet at the same time. So this is called multitasking, and it is because of the interrupt. This concludes today's lesson. If you have any question regarding this lesson or the previous lessons, you can send a message on WhatsApp. Thank you.